Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. It is Riley's World. Thank you guys for tuning in. Discussion point today, we're talking about the Champions League draw. And of course, we have to talk about the London derby that's coming up next with Arsenal and Chelsea. Let's kick it off with the Champions League draw now. Because everybody's saying that Arsenal are lucky. Arsenal draw is favorable. Arsenal people, first and foremost, every team that is in this Champions League competition play their socks off to be there. There's no such thing as an easy team. I remember we played Monaco one season, and I think it was the same run as 16. And in our head, we're saying that yes, this is one of the easiest draw we could have gotten. And Monaco beat us. And never forget that Monaco team. You get what I'm saying? Just like Real Madrid playing Arsenal last season, it would have been ideal for Real Madrid. Real Madrid are 15-time defending champions of this cup. And for them to draw an Arsenal that has never won the competition, it was ideal for them. Arsenal beat them home and away. I'm not saying that Arsenal going to lose. What I'm saying is this. Every team that is here deserve to be here. You have giants like Manchester City that's nowhere near the competition. You get what I'm saying? So it's not a situation that Arsenal got a easy draw. Bayern Leverkusen, they're an invincible over there in Germany. You get what I'm saying? Bodo being beating down giants left, right, and center. These teams play their socks to be here. And they're going to demand respect. You get me? They are in the round of 16. You know how many teams get knocked out and leave these teams? And you know how many teams, these same teams knock out? How many giants these teams knock out of the competition? There's no such thing as an easy draw. This is the Champions League. And every team that is in the Champions League is fighting to win it. We got a draw that we like. Yeah, we do like the draw that we get. But it's not an easy draw. Because these teams are going to play. Okay? And that is it. London derby. Let's move on quick and fast. Arsenal take on Chelsea at home at the Emirates. Dire need a 3 points. We need them 3 points. Manchester City played today and they won. I mean, like, it was a fantastic game. It was an open game. Leeds were right there. Right throughout the game, Leeds was right there. Manchester City was defending for them life. No joke. No joke. Leeds couldn't convert not one of their chances. This show me how much this English Premier League is open up. You know what I mean? Somebody mentioned today in the live stream that I had that none of these teams, no teams, is really playing to the potential that they should be playing. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. You know what I mean? Every single team right now, every Big Six team right now is playing poor. You know what I mean? These Big Six teams are poor. And you're looking at the table and nobody's actually gripping it and taking it. Manchester City drop points this week. Arsenal drop points next week. Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham is almost in a relegation battle. And all of them people, they're struggling. Aston Villa was there for a second and they got beat by Wolves, bottom of the table. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a tough league. It's a tough league. And it's even tougher for teams like Arsenal and them kind of teams. And why did I say that? I say that because here we are again at another London derby. Another London derby. We just played Tottenham. 2 weeks ago we played Brentford. Half of these teams are built up of London teams. That makes it rival. No rival is going to allow you to beat them. No rival. When it comes down to rivalry, the game is going to be treated different. That's the reason why London teams, it's so difficult for London teams to win this league. You understand me? Chelsea have to turn billionaire. and spend some ridiculous money on players and wages. You know what I mean? To make to stamp some authority and lift a couple trophies. But if you look at the history of the Premier League, not a lot of London teams can brag that they have lifted this title. You know what I mean? Me personally, it's my personal opinion. I take it down to the fact that too much London teams is in this competition, man. Too much London teams. The rivalry is great. The rivalry is massive. But we're here to talk about the Arsenal versus Chelsea game. Chelsea haven't beaten Arsenal in umpteen years. The last time Chelsea beat Arsenal, I think, was 3 or 4 years ago at the Emirates. At the Emirates. You know what I mean? They haven't beaten Arsenal at Stamford Bridge in about 7 years. You get me? Arsenal been getting the better Chelsea for a long. I think it's about 7 games unbeaten now. As I always said, with that being said, form goes through the window when it comes on to a derby. Chelsea has a fantastic team. Chelsea have some fantastic players. They have some players that are out. But nevertheless, they have about 700 players. So, you know what I mean? They can always rotate and do what they need for them. Arsenal going in this game with some good news. Kai Havertz is in the squad. And that's fantastic news. Eberechi Eze is coming off a brace in the Tottenham game. Eberechi Eze seemed like him love play against Tottenham. You know, and that is that. Victor Gyökeres seemed like he liked to play against the London team as well because he did score, I think, a couple of goals. Was it a couple of goals? Against Chelsea, or 1 goal against Chelsea in the last time they met. Captain Martin Odegaard is back. And yeah, so we are going to this Chelsea game with a fantastic squad. You know, and Manchester City has just won their game. It was not a pretty convincing game by Manchester City, but guess what? Winners find a way, and that's exactly what they did. They're now 2 points in reach of Arsenal. And remember, Manchester City have a game in hand. Arsenal played a game in hand against Wolves, and they dropped points. So Arsenal have to keep on winning. It's a situation where they need these 3 points. And they have to go out there and get it. Chelsea is not a pushover side by no means. By no means necessary is Chelsea a side that you're going to just walk up and say, give me those 3 points and they hand it to you. You have to play them for it. Chelsea is going to come hard. They're going to play rough. And they're going to take the game to you on a aggressive basis. So Arsenal got to be prepared for that. With that being said, what is my starting 11? My starting 11 is David Raya in goal. We're going to have Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes as our defensive partnership. We'll continue with those two. And Nketiah has cemented its spot over on the left-hand side. You know what I mean? I don't see nobody taking that from him right now. On the right-hand side, we still have to start with Timber. Timber is a proven right back. His form has been shaky of late, you know, but we still have to remember who he is. Jurriën Timber is my starting right back. If at any given time his form continue, we have Mosquera we can always call on to put in that position. But I start with Timber. We have the double pivot in that 6. Declan Rice and Martin Zubimendi plays in that 6 for me. The last game was fantastic. They went back to basics. I think they understand that they were probably roaming a little bit too much, and it was causing a lot of different issues for the team. They sit back and they played their position, and that was fantastic. It brings a whole different element, especially out of one Eberechi Eze. Let's move on to Eberechi Eze because he starts as my number 10. Eberechi Eze was fantastic because he was allowed to go forward and play ball the way that he wants to play without having the mindset that he needs to defend, because the double pivot of Zubimendi and Rice was sitting there making sure that he was covered, and it worked perfect. He played fantastic. Saka seemed like he liked playing against Tottenham too. You know, Saka had a fantastic game. Barring him not scoring, it was a fantastic game that he played. So Saka start for me. Well, soccer start all day, every day, twice on Sunday, nevertheless. You understand? So soccer start for me over on my left hand side. That's where the true problem lies. Over on my left hand side, I think I'm gonna start with Trossard. I will start with Trossard because um, of the element that he has to his game. You know what I mean? Um, I think we can use Gabriel Martinelli to finish off the game if needed. And Victor Gyökeres is going to be the gunman up front. He's going to be the striker for me. My score prediction. My score prediction is a 3-0 win to the Gunners. This is not me underestimating Chelsea. This is just me admiring the team that we have now in Arsenal and knowing that this team should be able to get us a comfortable, if not a victory. 3 points is a must. We have to get these 3 points to maintain our stance at the top of the table. Manchester City is knocking down the door hard and them not stop. So we need to do what we need to do so we can keep our position as league leaders and lift the title come end of the season. If you guys agree with me with my score prediction or anything that I say on this chat, if you guys want to leave a comment below, let me know your thought. Let me know your score prediction and your score lineup. Don't be afraid. I will respond if you leave it in the chat and let me know what's up. All right. Arsenal for the win. 3-0. Arsenal go and take it to them tomorrow. Come on, you Gunners. Let's do the damn thing, man. That is it.